Hey everybody, I just came on real quick to say this. Really, Candice Owens? Really? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Who raised you? That's what I want to know. I want to know who your parents are, who your grandparents are, who their grandparents are. What kind of ancestors did you have for real? Because you sure don't have the same ancestors as us, all the rest of us African Americans out here. You can't. You just can't. First off, I went over because I saw one of my friends on YouTube posted about Candice Owens saying that she doesn't support George Floyd. She doesn't support him. Hey, lovely love. She doesn't support him and she doesn't agree with us as a black community using him as a idol to represent inequality and just racism and all that. Okay, this is why Candice Owens said that she doesn't support George Floyd. And this is an outrage. It really is. She says she doesn't support George Floyd because he's a criminal, because he has a criminal background, because George Floyd does drugs, because George Floyd broke into a woman's house when she was pregnant and he was younger with his homeboys and forced her to go in her living room while they ransacked her house and stole her wallet and her purse. They were looking for drugs and money, but they couldn't find any drugs, so they stole her wallet and her purse and took off. And the neighbor happened to figure out what was going on over there, so they called the police and got the license plate number of George Floyd, and they ended up convicting him of this crime later on. And before then, about 8 months before then, and 8 months before then, and a couple months before then, they arrested him over cocaine usage. Okay. So after this incident with the pregnant lady and him rushing into her house with his homeboys when he was younger and robbing her, he didn't do anything for 5 years later until this incident happened. Hey, ghetto preacher, thank you for coming. So this Candice Owens says that she doesn't support us wearing t-shirts with his face on it. She doesn't support us saying Black Lives Matter, justice for George Floyd, because he's a criminal, because he's a downright criminal. Well, let me tell you something, Candice Owens. You're ignorant. You're stupid. What's wrong with her? He still was a human being just like us all. That's right, lovely love. Hi, Carla. You're ignorant. You are the epitome of an ignorant person. You are the pure definition of ignorant if I've ever seen it. Seriously. Okay, it's not enough that you're conservative. Okay, who cares? Whatever. You have the right to be whatever the hell you want to be, first off. But I am totally pissed off, y'all. I mean, really. Hey, Mo, how are you? Thank you for joining. You say that you don't stand behind this man because of his past transgressions, because of what he did in the past, because of something that he was judged for and convicted and served his time and got out. You don't support him. You don't believe that the black community should be standing up for him, should be putting his name out there like he's a heroic person because he died for, for a cause for us to just look and see that we're not being treated equal. Lady, we've been knowing that we haven't been being treated equal for years. We've been knowing since Martin Luther King was killed. We've been knowing since Rosa Parks sat on that bus and got arrested. We've been knowing since Malcolm X started the Black Panther movement, we've been knowing this. We've been knowing this, lady. The only thing that we are trying to put out here is enough. The reason why they used George Floyd is because that's what broke the camel's back, lady. That's what, when we said enough is enough, it doesn't matter if this man was a criminal or not. It doesn't matter what this man did in his past. It don't matter, lady. This man was murdered, cold-blooded murdered. Okay, he was using fake money to buy something. He was high off of drugs. Okay, and your point? your point? Oh, I don't support him because he's a criminal and we shouldn't be acting like this man is heroic. He lived a criminal life. He's a criminal. He's no good. He's an outcast in the community. Why are you using him? Uh, excuse me? There's a lot of black men that have been murdered at the hands of cops. This is just enough. We are saying enough is enough. Justice for George Floyd, justice for Trayvon Martin, justice for Sandra Bland, for all these people, these men and women in the black African American community that has lost their life to violence because of the color of our skin. It doesn't matter what he did in the past. It doesn't matter what kind of life he lived. This man did not deserve to die the way he died. He did not deserve to die pleading for his life, calling out for his mother. He did not deserve to die just because he's a criminal. If that's the case, you put that, even the judge that convicted him of those crimes he did not lock him up for life. They did not put the electric chair to him, lethal injection, because they felt as though he didn't deserve to die, obviously, when he committed those crimes. So for you to sit here and say, in fact, indeed, that the black community should not be using George Floyd's name, his picture, anything about him to promote Black Lives Matter, you are ignorant. You are stupid. He didn't deserve to die. That's right. At her, she's just trying to do the work of the oppressor. It ain't about George Floyd. It sure isn't. It's not about George Floyd. It's about the principle. Time to raise up, ladies of loyalty. We can fix this right. To vote, to tell everybody to vote. I agree with Sweet. Breonna Taylor, Jamel Floyd. Yes, it's a lot of them. Yes, justice for all. It is other people dying at the point of nobody cares. That's right. That's right. And this is what broke the camel's back. This is why we are fighting, because we are sick of it. We're tired of it. It doesn't matter what type of character this person was. He is still a black man. He is still part of the black community. He is still the epitome of why we are fighting, because we are fighting because we are sick of our brothers and our sisters dying at the hands of people just because they don't like us, because the color of our skin. Come on now. Like, I can't believe Candice Owens is saying this right now. Who raised you? What kind of life do you lead? Oh, you know why that, and I'm not racist at all, but you know why the opposite race, the Caucasians, love you so much, Candice? Because you're an undercover or low profile white supremacist with the black skin. I'm sorry. I'm just going to put it out there like that. You are. You agree with what they're doing to us. You say in the same sentence that you say this man shouldn't be considered a heroic person, and the same sentence you turn around and say that, oh no, I'm not agreeing with what they're doing. I don't think it's right. I think they're wrong for what they did. But at the same time, why use this criminal, this man, as a model person that we're trying to get justice for because he died at the hands of cops and he was a criminal? What kind of a person are you? What do you stand for really in life? What do you stand for really in life? If that was your father, your brother, your uncle, your nephew, anybody in your family, I bet you would think a little bit different, wouldn't you? You wouldn't care what this man did in his past. You wouldn't care what kind of life this man led. He is not here anymore. He's not here to show the public if he was turning over a new leaf. He's not here to show the public if he was just going to be the same guy, if he was going to live the same life, lead the same life. You are ignorant, lady. Like, for real, you make me embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed for you. And if the black community doesn't reach out and slap this lady with some knowledge, I just don't know anymore, for real. I don't know. I really don't. I cannot believe you would stand up and say something as stupid as that because he was a criminal. He deserved what he got. That's basically what you're saying. You can say all you want to that you're not saying that, but that's basically what you're saying. That is basically what you're saying. Nobody's stupid. We all can read but between the lines of what you're trying to say. You undercover white supremacists. That's what you are. Just because you're light skinned, honey, you're not white. You're still black. You're still black. I have nothing against light skinned people. I have nothing against chocolate people. I have nothing against white people. I have nothing against Mexicans, uh, Puerto Ricans, Filipinos, Pakistanians, Iranians, whatever you want to call them, gypsies. I have nothing against the other races. But when you sit over here and you can't stand behind your own community, you can't stand behind your people. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine what our ancestors would think of you right now. I can only imagine what your great grandmother would probably think, or your great grandfather would probably think of the stupidity that's coming out of your mouth right now. She will say anything for a check, right? No, nobody thinks he was a hero. We are upset he died. That's right. If it wasn't for a black man, there would be no White House. We built the White House. We helped build America. And this is what we get, just like a Native American. And you see what they did to them, right? She is willing for ignorant. Yes, she is. This man did not die instantly from a gunshot. He died slowly. It was 9 minutes suffocating, right? Hey, Green fam. I'm sorry. I refuse to be a slave like my ancestors. Put the thumbs up. Y'all really appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much. They are making it a crime to be black. Black people is killed by police. He must have been a criminal. People fighting police brutality. That's exactly what we're doing. We're fighting against brutality and the police force. We're fighting because they're overdoing shit. They're overdoing they're taking their job to the next level. They're taking it over and beyond what they're supposed to. They're supposed to be here to protect and serve the community, not to be taking people out based on their beliefs, not to be putting their personal. You leave personal with personal. You leave it at home. You don't take that on the job with you. If you feel a certain way about a certain race or a certain person or whatever, you leave that inside your house. Leave that indoors. Leave that with yourself. Don't take that out where everybody else is into public. Like, I don't give a damn what, oh my God. When I was hearing her speak about this, I just wanted to reach to the screen and shake her. Like, are you serious? Seriously, if you haven't looked in the mirror lately, honey, you are African American. You are a part of this community. You stand there and you say these stupid things like that. You make us all look like I'm sorry, but she can't speak for me. So she don't make me look like nothing. I'm embarrassed for her. I'm embarrassed for homegirl, because you have a voice, but you're using it in the wrong way. You have a voice where you can join in and you can put your 2 cents in, and people realize things and people notice things. You know what I'm saying? They want to make a change because they realize the things that's happening around them are not right. But you're out here saying that you agree with the devil, that you're on the devil's side. You're playing devil's advocate. Like, what's going on here? I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. I think her parents would be very disappointed if they really sit there and listen to what she said, because she wasn't making any points. The only thing she was making is herself look a fool. Crystal says, that's why my brother Kevin and Kip are asking other friends to walk with them and to stop all this. Kevin has spoken to a couple of leaders and a couple of passes justice for all, right? History repeats itself. Don't forget Rodney King, right? Don't forget Emmett Till. You know, this has not just started happening overnight. This did not just start taking place in 2020. This has been going back since way back, 1800s, 1700s. This has been going back before you were a twinkle in your mother's eye. It has been going on for a long time. I don't understand how one can sit there and say, this man is a criminal. Why are we supporting George Floyd? Why are we putting his name on t-shirts? Why are we saying Black Lives Matter, justice for George, justice for George? Because if you haven't noticed, this man was African American. This man was brutally murdered by the police. This man was pleading for his life. This man could not breathe. And this is not the first that this happened to. Eric Gardner. He was killed in almost the same manner with his hands behind his back. He was being held down on the ground. He could not breathe. He was telling them that he could not breathe. What are you going to say about him? When they did his autopsy, they didn't find no drugs inside him. So what do you have to say about him, Miss Candice, Miss Owens? What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about Trayvon Martin that was shot down, dead? What do you have to say about that? He was coming home from the store with some Skittles and a Sprite. What do you have to say about that? He didn't have a gun in his hand. He didn't have a hammer in his hand. He wasn't a criminal. He was a young boy. He didn't even have half of his life to live to decide on which kind of life he wanted to lead. What do you have to say about that, Miss Owens? Like, I don't understand where you're coming from. I don't understand what gives you the audacity to open up your ignorant, stupid mouth and say something stupid like that. I seriously don't. If the black community is not giving her hell right now, I just don't know. This lady needs to be told. Somebody needs to tell this lady that it's not about the background of a person. It's about the principle of the matter that is happening, not just to George, it's happening all around the world in different ways. They are being racist. They are killing black folks just because the color of our skin. They are already labeling us before they even know what kind of character, what kind of life we lead. They label us just because the color of our skin. We're already being labeled as criminals. We're already being labeled as lazy. We're already being labeled as non, compliant with the economy. Like we're not doing anything for ourselves. We're just here just to be here. We're bottom feeders. We're bottom dwellers. No, I'm sorry, but I'm have to stand up and say that you're incorrect. If you look, everybody has a bottom feeder in their race. Everybody has somebody who's a little bit of lazy in their race. Everybody has a person who's just not up to par in their race. It's not just African Americans. And there's a lot of if you haven't been proven by now that there's some successful African Americans, look at who was our president last before Donald Trump. We had a black president. We had a black first lady. You know what I'm saying? So if they're good enough to become president, if we're good enough to become president, first lady of the United States, we're good enough for something here. I mean, they say that he was the best president that United States ever had. You know, what does that tell you right there? We are not all the same. But the bottom line is, even the ones who aren't living their life up to par, even the ones who aren't doing what society expects of them, they don't deserve to be murdered. We don't deserve what's happening to us. What have we done? What have we done to y'all? Dear racists, what have we done to y'all? And I'm going to say dear racists because I'm not a racist person and I believe y'all just ignorant and that God needs to show you in the end that what you're doing is wrong, because some of you really truly and believe that you're doing God's work by eliminating us. And that is crazy. That is crazy. That deserves a mental evaluation. How dare you use God and say that you're doing his work by eliminating the ones who are not up to par, the ones who are not making a dent in the economy, in the economy. You know what I'm saying? How dare you sit over there and say that? Why would you have the mentality to even think that way? It's so ignorant. It's just stupid. Hey, the portal. Most importantly, I'm fighting for you, right? I'm fighting for my children. I'm fighting for those lost and can no longer fight for themselves. I'm fighting for those too weak to fight for themselves. I'm fighting for those with no voice. I'm fighting for me and you. That's right. Most importantly, I'm fighting for you. That's right. The first doctor brain surgeon was African American. Look at your history. Look at your history so you won't repeat history. All lives can't matter until Black lives matter. I just left a protest. Get out and stand in solitary. Solidary. When it's all said and done, at least you can say you was with it. Sexy too much, Coleman. Hello. Well, then you should talk to the woman that Floyd held at gunpoint doing a home invasion before you shoot your mouth off. First off, DS, 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 DS. That woman is still alive. That woman didn't lose her life. That was in George's past. They had already convicted George of that crime. He had already served his time. So you think because he did that to that woman that he deserved what he got? What are you saying here? What do you mean? Sweetheart, for president of the United States, we need a woman in office. Maybe things get changed, right? What are you saying, DS? Are you saying that he deserved that because he robbed a lady at gunpoint, a pregnant woman at gunpoint with 5 other people? Are you for real? Are you for real? I don't know where you're going with this. What do you mean? Before I start shooting my mouth off about this. What do you mean? So he deserved to be stepped on like a damn animal and his air supply cut off until he couldn't breathe anymore, till he was bleeding from his nose, till he was internally bleeding because he was on drugs, because he was using fake currency to buy something at the store, because he robbed a lady 5 years ago at gunpoint, and she's still alive to tell her story to this day. And they caught him and they convicted him of that. Where are you going? What do you mean? Where's security? I don't understand where you're going with that. Where'd you go, DS? That doesn't make any sense. You're just as ignorant as she is. You're just as ignorant as she is. Seriously. I just don't understand where. Let me see. I blocked this so I never see that comment again, right? That's why me and my sister came up with the Ladies of Loyalty for the name of our singing group. We are so tired of people who won't listen to it. We're going to sing about it so they'll hear us. Got to do something. We got to do something. We got to stand up and we got to do something because this is ridiculous. This has gone too far. There was people yesterday on Facebook laughing at posts because this lady said that that George Floyd probably is proud of what's happening right now in heaven. If he's looking down on what's going on, he was probably proud. And this white lady, she was laughing, and even some black people were laughing at it, and they're like, proud? What does he have to be proud of? Like, this man was why you guys keep bringing up this man's past? You're like a demon. You're like the devil. You want to seek who you can devour. You're over here slapping this man in the face with his past. This man has been put to rest already. You are digging him back up so you can say, this man you did this, you did that, you did that. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously, what is the problem? Are you serious? You're stuck on petty ass stupid shit when we're talking about a life of a human being, a life of somebody who could have been your family member. We're talking about somebody who didn't deserve to die like a dog in the street. Are you serious? You must be stupid, DS and Candice Owens. I'm sorry, y'all must be stupid. Use the damn brain that God gave you in your head. Like, think right, think smart. Don't act stupid. Don't. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not trying to be mean. But this is so ignorant of these people to be saying stuff like this. Like, grow a brain first before you speak. Think about what you say. Think about it. Say it to yourself in the inside. And if it don't sound right, don't let it come out your damn mouth. Hey, Money, how are you? Y'all have a wonderful day. I have to go. Simply keep preaching, girl. Deuces, y'all. Deuces. I'll see you later, lovely love. Thank you for coming by. But they want to keep slavery in the past. Yes, it is very ignorant. Yeah, like, seriously, they want us to shut up. They want us to shut up and get over it. Oh, get over it. Oh, get over it. Get over it. Are you fucking serious? Get over it. I'm sorry. I'm so pissed off about this. Get over it. How dare you tell somebody to get over it? We are over it. You better be lucky that we are fighting, that the black community is fighting for equality and not revenge. Because if we was out for revenge, it'd be a whole different story. We want equality. That's what we want. You guys better be lucky that we're not seeking revenge on y'all as a whole. Because if we was, we would have been overtook this motherfucker. We would have been overthrown y'all. Seriously, because revenge is sweet. You better be lucky that's not what we're fighting for. We're fighting for equality. We just want to be equal. We just want what you want. We want what you got too. We want to be able to be free to do whatever the hell we want to do because God gave us the free will just like he gave you. You're no better than me. We're all made in his likeness. So how dare you tell me that I don't deserve what you deserve? How dare you feel in your soul and your spirit and your mind that I don't deserve what you deserve? Honey, I deserve all of that, if not more, because of what y'all put us through in the past. We don't even get benefits like the rest of these races that gone through. So we don't get benefits like them. We don't get reparation. We don't get anything. And we're still fighting for just equality. We're fighting so that our fathers, our grandfathers, our brothers, and our nephews, and our cousins, and our uncles won't have to worry about going outside and getting pulled over by a police just because he went into a store with fake currency that he didn't even know that was going to be the end of his life, that night would be the night that he was going to be wiped off the map. I don't understand. I just don't understand where people come from when they come from this hatred in their heart with this racism. You are telling me because my skin pigmentation is darker than yours that I don't deserve to be here? You're telling me something that I have no fucking control over, that I don't deserve to be here? I didn't create myself. I just don't understand people like that. That's like saying the kid who had a toy gun deserved to be shot down by because you had a toy gun. That's like saying the man who is walking around with the cell phone needed to be killed. Come on, y'all, right? I mean, it's not the black man that need to be worried. They taking out black women too as well. We all need to be careful, police. When I'm scared, I ain't scared. I'm not running from anybody. My name is Crystal Hayes. You want some? Come get some. AKA mic drop. She, to my knowledge, has no kids. Folks who have no kids shouldn't speak. Hey, I don't have any kids too, but I do have family. I do have nephews. I do have nieces. I do have sisters, and I do have a brother. So, at and with that being said, I do have feelings, and I do know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? So in the same token, it's Crystal, you're right. I just want to say that first off, you're right that we don't just have to worry about our black men being taken. We have to also worry about our black women being taken. And when it comes to it, when it really comes to it, this is not race versus cops. This is about cops versus civilians, really. This is speaking about Candice. Oh, okay. Okay, Star. But yeah, this is really not about race at the end. Well, it's about race, but it's not. It's about equality. It's about race because they make it about race, but at the same time, it's about your ethics, your morals, your respect for other human beings. It's about putting your pride down, standing for something that's going to make a difference, standing for something that's right. So standing up for your community, whether if it's happening to blacks, if it was happening to whites, if it was happening to Hispanics, if it was happening to Puerto Ricans, like I said in the beginning, you need to stand up for what is right. At the end of the day, it's about what's right and what is wrong. Seriously. That's right. Thanks, Smart. You should head stop the violence. Find another way to hurt by speaking your mind, protesting. Good vandalism, not. That's right. When I had spoke the other day about the looting and the rioting and all that, and I spoke about how I didn't believe that people were handling it the right way by breaking into businesses and destroying stuff and setting stuff on fire, because this is our community also, and we also need to be able to go to the stores and buy stuff. People need to get to the stores where they don't have cars, that walk to stores that's close by to get their baby some Pampers, to get some milk. You never know what a person is struggling with, and you just over here burning up your own damn community. But at the same token, it wasn't even the black people that was going around tagging up the buildings saying Black Lives Matter. It was white people doing it, though. It was a black woman walked up to a white woman that was tagging a building that put BLM, Black Lives Matter, on the building. And she said, hey, stop tagging up the building. And the white woman said, hey, stop tagging up the building. And the black woman said, hey, stop tagging up the building. And the white woman said, hey, stop tagging up the building. And the black woman said, hey, stop tagging up the building. Okay, Crystal. See, the problem is that me, just like Floyd, as a black man, is presumed guilty. How about the possibility that George didn't know the bill was counterfeit himself? Did they ever consider that? Right, right, the portal. You hear me? Because a lot of when you're dealing with drugs, like they said that he was dealing with drugs. When you're dealing with a drug sale, you don't have a machine right there to tell you. You don't have a marker right there to mark the bill right there and say this is real or this isn't real. Like, look at the facts, people, before you start speaking about the situation. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Look into it before you start forming your opinion. Don't be so opinionated until you can really form an opinion based on facts. Something that you know is right. Like these people, they run with anything these days. They don't even look at, they don't wait to see, the big picture. They look at just what's right there in front of them and they run with it. They're like, oh, this must be this way because I saw it, because this is how the media is gonna shoot all kind of stuff at us. They're gonna put what they want us to know, not what we should know, what they want us to know about some shit. And it's sometimes it don't even be the real, it's fake news going around everywhere. Who is to say that this man was on drugs to where he couldn't function, that he was causing a problem with the police officers, which it looked like to me he was fully restrained when this happened. He was down. He was being held down by three, not one, not two, but three officers. One on his legs, one on his back, and one on his neck. What is all that for? That's overdoing it. That's overkill. Like, why do you need that many people on this guy? He wasn't even struggling. He wasn't even resisting arrest. When the time that video started that we saw in that video, he wasn't even resisting arrest. He wasn't even moving. He was just saying, can I get a little bit of air? Can you lift your knee up off my neck so I can breathe? If you lift your knee up off my neck, I will get in the car and I will sit down. I will do what you say. The guy that was recording, one of the guys that was recording said, man, just get in the car. Just get in the patrol car. Stop fighting and get. He said, I'm not fighting. If he lifts his leg up off my neck, I will get in the car. I will do what they say. This man was so afraid at this point when he couldn't breathe, he was calling out for his mother. Do you know how much that I can't even begin. Actually, I can't even begin to imagine how that hurts his mother to hear her son calling out to her, and she can't do anything. She's helpless. She doesn't even know at the time that this is going on. Then you have to replay this over and over again in the news, in the media, over and over again. Black folks are targeted. The one on his neck was the training officer for the other three, of the whom had only been at work 1 week. Black Lives Matter don't mean other lives don't matter, and it's really about the racism. And we're not saying, have you noticed, ain't nobody saying anything about coronavirus the last 3 weeks. I noticed that too. Lies, all lies. He had COVID in April. Yes, she does, Crystal. You know what? Thank you, Crystal. Oh, thank you, Carla. It's about us living this white supreme system that is about to implode. It's about defeating racists. It's always been about racism, and there's no evidence he was dealing drugs at all. They said they were saying something about the autopsy that he had some drugs in his system. I don't give a damn what he had in his system. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. He was handcuffed as soon as he got out of his car. It's new video out there. This man was handcuffed before this happened. Oh, wow. You know his mama died 3 years ago? Oh, my goodness. That's so sad. Who knows what they did to him in the car to get him agitated, right? Matter of fact, he had two jobs, one as a truck driver and as a security guard, and was well known in the community. The independent coroner's report said he died from asphyxiation, in other words, suffocation. Yeah, and that's what I heard too. They were saying that it was two different autopsies done on him, and both indicated him having drugs in his system. That's what I heard on the latest news report about it. But whatever the fact it may be, whatever the fact that this Candice Owens lady is saying that she doesn't stand behind her own brother and her own brother in Christ and blood and bloodline and ancestry, and what draws us together is our race and our own community as a community of black people, where she doesn't stand behind him because he was a common criminal in these streets, is ignorant as hell. It really is. Because it's not about what life that man lived. It's about how long someone chose how long he was going to live his life. Someone felt they had the right to choose how long this man was going to be alive by taking his life. This is the fact, the matter, the matter of the fact. Let me get it out. But anyways, this is what it all boils down to. This is the straw that broke the camel's back for us. This is when we had enough. We've been had enough of this. But this right here is what drove us over the edge. Like, we're done with this. We're done with racism. And Star, I get what you're saying about Black Lives Matter just as well as all lives matter. But when people say that shit to me, and I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at you, baby girl. I'm just saying, when people say that to me, when we say Black Lives Matter and they say all lives matter, when they say stuff like that to me, it feels like when a house is on fire. I know y'all heard this. When a house is on fire and the firefighters come out and you say spray all the houses, not just the one that's on fire, spray them all. What? So you want the firefighters to go spray all the dry houses, the ones that's not on fire, plus the one that's on fire. You wasting your damn time when you can be focusing on the thing that matters the most, is that house that's burning, about to burn down to the ground. You spray that down. Yes, all those houses matter, but the one that we're focused on right now, the one that needs help, is the one that's on fire. And that's how we're looking at it right now. When we say Black Lives Matter, we're focusing on Black lives because that's what's being taken right now. All lives matter. Yes, it does. Don't get me wrong, they do. All lives do matter, but we're focused on what needs to be focused on right now, and that's Black lives, because that's what is being taken because of the color of our skin. We're already labeled as being criminals out here. Without our own race, Candice Owens pointing out the fact that she doesn't stand behind George Floyd because he was a common criminal. Come on now. I ain't being disrespectful, Miss Simply A Sweetheart. I know, baby girl. I'm not coming at you like that. I'm just saying, having drugs in your system and dealing drugs are two totally different things. No evidence that the man was a drug dealer at all. And no money can bring Mr. Floyd back. That's right. Not the one by the state lied. He didn't have drugs. They just trying to make him out to be a criminal. Yeah. Simply A Sweetheart. The crazy thing is that his mother is dead, so you know he was about to go. That's so sad. That is so sad. The other autopsy said he didn't have any drugs in his system. Oh, okay. They play over and over again so they can keep the other ones in check. Hashtag slavery. This is what Match is going to do if you don't control yourself. This is crazy. I'm looking at Three Stooges. Marathon, are you going to watch news? I'm going to listen to Sister Sweetheart. She can be my news. All. Thank you, Crystal. Gonna disagree on all lives matter. Nah, but you're being ignorant. Who, me? The portal? I really do believe though that what I say, all lives do matter, but the fact of the matter is right now we're focused on what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And when they say that, it's like you're saying that you're upset because we're not saying Black Lives Matter too, because we didn't put two at the end of our sentence. Come on now, how petty can people be? You know what I'm saying? It's so petty. Like being racist is petty. Why? Why are you mad because I came out in a dark complexion and you came out with no skin pigmentation? Why are you mad at that, racist people? Why are y'all mad at that? That doesn't make any sense. And I have white in my family, I have black in my family, I have Indian, I have Mexican, I have almost all the races you could think of in my family. I have a sister that's Puerto Rican and black. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not racist at all. I don't see color when I look at a person. I see the content of their character. The thing that we were taught is to not judge a person by the color of their skin, but by what? The content of their character. And that's what I judge people by, of how they act, the way they carry themselves. And I determine if I want to be a part of that person's life, if I want them a part of my life, or I don't. And when I don't, I stay away from myself. I stay away from them myself. I separate myself from them. You know what I mean? And I just don't deal with them. And if you don't like me because of this color of my skin, I'd rather you separate yourself from me and go your way and I go my way, rather than you bring heartache and pain towards me and my family by trying to hurt me or my family members. Stay on your side of the line. Stay on your side of the gun line, boss, and I'll stay on my side of the gun line, boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will separate each other. We will separate from each other. We won't have to deal with each other because we don't have to deal with each other. At the end of the day, there's a lot of world out there and there's a lot of space out there. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to deal with me, just keep your 50 feet, your 60 feet, 100 feet, whatever, and I'll keep mine. But don't go bringing me problems because you're mad at something that I can't control, that I have no control over, that I didn't create myself. And I'm proud. I am proud to be the color that I came out to be. I'm proud of my race. I'm proud to say I am African American and I am proud of it. I love my chocolate skin. I love the skin I'm in. Doesn't matter what kind of skin I was in, I'll still be proud of my race and still be, 100% satisfied because I'm breathing, because I'm living, because I have an opportunity to change my life. I have an opportunity to wake up in the morning. I have an opportunity to show love where love is due. I have an opportunity to tell you how much I love you. You have an opportunity to tell me how much you love me. I'm just happy because God woke me up this morning in my right mind, because God put me on my way, set my feet on solid ground. He turned me around. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy because every day I wake up, I have a new day to get it right. It doesn't matter. I don't wake up and think, oh, I'm still in this skin. Oh, I don't wake up and say, oh, I'm this color and you're that color. I don't think about that kind of stuff because that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's not even important. I'm breathing today. I'm here. I bleed the same color you bleed. We all bleed the same color. When we get hit, smacked off by a car, that's the end of it. When we stop breathing, that's the end of it for us. We all die the same way. Where none of us is immortal. None of us is super strength, superhuman. None of us have any traits that the other one don't have. Be it black, be it white, be it Hispanic, be it any color, any race, any creed. My beliefs might be different than yours. Yeah, I might believe something that's different than yours. I might feel a certain way that's different from yours, but that still doesn't give you the right to judge me. That doesn't give you the right to judge how long I live either. I'm human, you're human, we're all human. We're all living in the same God-given green earth. So what makes me think I'm any better than you? What makes you think you're any better than me? We're breathing the same oxygen, people. Scroll up, you'll see why. Even if he had drugs in his system, so what? That could have been weed, prescription drugs, anything. No reason to die. That's right. Cynthia, sweetheart, not you, but stop. Okay. Oh, the portal. Okay, hold on, y'all. That's what I thought and reposted my comment. Also, blessings. Oh, Be right back in 15 minutes. Okay, Crystal. And I typo a lot. Amen. Miss Simply a sweetheart, please don't ban because someone didn't read what I said. I'm not gonna ban you guys. You have a right to say what you have a right you want to say, and I have a right to say, everybody has a right to their opinion. Crystal Hayes says, I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. We're just discussing this still. Exactly. Only God can judge. That's right. Ain't better than anyone else. That's right. And we're not better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get shot, I'm a bleed. I'm a bleed out if I don't get no help. And when I get help, who's to say that if you're racist, right, you get shot and the only doctor around is another race than you, do you think that doctor's still going to save your life? The doctor's not going to say, oh, you're racist, I'm not going to save your life because you're racist. No, that doctor is obligated to do their job because that's what they are here for, to help others. Just like police officers, you're here to protect and serve. You're not here to give your personal opinion about how you feel about somebody. You're here to do your job because that's what you're getting paid for, because that's the oath you took when you got into office. You're not here to, like President Trump, I'm going to use him real quick. President Trump loves to give his personal opinion. But if he gives his personal opinion, but do you think he acts off every one of his personal opinions? Do you think he can act off every one of his personal? Do you know what we would be if he acted off every one of his personal opinions? No. He's got somebody to answer to just like the rest of us do. Everybody has a boss. Even if you feel like you don't have a boss, you got a boss. And you want to know what boss that is? That's the one who created you. Even if you don't believe it, oh, you're going to believe it soon enough, because it's going to be shown to you that everybody has somebody's an answer to in the end. They really do. This equation, and it's important that they are also standing in the fight with us, right? Now the time for change. The world is up with it. The world is with us. Yes, I understand completely. Yes, it's right. Right now is the time. If you believe in anything, you step up and give your opinion about it. Tell them what you stand for. Tell the world what you stand for. Because we're listening. Everybody's listening. Now that everybody's listening, everybody's cowering down. Everybody don't want to say what they stand for. And when they do stand for something like Miss Candice Owens, they're standing for the wrong reasons. You say you stand with us, Candice. You say you're African American and you stand with the African American community, but you say you're not going to stand behind George because he was a criminal. You're not going to back him up because he was a criminal. You're not going to wear a t-shirt that says justice for George because he was a criminal. Mm. I don't know how many times I can call one person stupid in one sentence, but my God, you are stupid. Come on, this man's got our fence around the White House holding the Bible in his hand. I'm tired of this guy. Please don't mention his name again. You reap what you sow. This man went at a black woman in Congress. I just want to slap him. You know what? Donald Trump has to answer to somebody too. In the end, he has to answer to someone too. So whatever decisions that he might be making, the only thing that we can do is stand, and we can stand together in prayer for this guy. Because we don't know who's going to be elected. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. All we know is that we can pray for these people. We can pray for these people. We can ask for guidance for these people. We can even pray for the people who hate us because of our skin color. But at the end of the day, God's going to have to get on their heart and change them. They're going to have to get their heart softened, soften their heart. We have to pray for them to have a softened heart, because a lot of these people, they have black hearts. Their heart is cold. It's cold as ice. They can't see, but they can't see beyond their beliefs. They can't see what is the bigger picture. What am I supposed to be really worried and concerned about in this life? Get on board or get out of the way. See what I did there? Yes. I again, Miss Simply a sweetheart. Once again, I gotta say, a life for a life, a soul for a soul. You kill someone, they need to go too. Well, see, like I told you earlier, I'm not with the death penalty, but to each their own. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But I feel like at the end of the day, we didn't create each other, so we don't have a right to take each other away from here. God will do what he needs to do in due time. God has not turned a blind eye to what's going on in this community. God sees all, he knows all, he hears all. He knows the ones that are struggling, he knows the ones that are hateful. He knows. He made us. He knows before we even get up in the morning and start our day, he already knows what we're about to do. He knew this was going to happen. Although my bank account does not reflect my heritage, I am Jewish. Okay. But all I'm saying is that Candice Owens, if you're out there anywhere, if you end up anywhere in my view, I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I'm saying right now. I think that you're a very ignorant woman. I think that you need to self analyze your life. I think that you need to go back to wherever it is that you have your thinking area, and you need to think hard and you need to think long on what you say before you say it, because you sound freaking ignorant as hell. You say that you're not going to walk around with George's name on your shirt. I'm not going to walk around with the sign. He's not a hero. He's a zero because he's a criminal. Lady, get your life. Get your fucking life. This man did not deserve to die just because he held a pregnant woman at gunpoint years ago, and he was already convicted for it. He was already convicted, and the judge seen fit that he was convicted for 8 months in jail. He didn't even convict him for life. He didn't convict him to have the death penalty thrown at him. None of that, because what he did was something that a lot of people freaking do. He didn't do anything more awful than what these motherfuckers are doing when they're carrying kids off and selling them to men at young ages, and they're being raped and they're being exploited, and these women are joining in on it, and they're getting their daughters selling their nieces for crack rocks. He is not doing anything like that. Do you think those people deserve to die too? What do you think about that, Miss Candice Owens? What do you think about the other people, the pedophiles, the rapists, the fucking drug dealers that sell these bad drugs to people, and these people overdose and die off of fentanyl when they're thinking it's something else, and they have a stronger drug made up in there, and they're killing people by the hundreds, but the media is not pointing that out. They're not showing that. The media is not showing all the stuff that's really going on in the world. If the media showed every single bit of what was going on, your ass would be somewhere balled up in a corner crying. Your ass would be somewhere really worried about what you feel like is going to be next for this world. If the media showed everything out there in the open, do you know how many people would be going haywire right now? How many riots would be breaking out? Not just this one, not just what's happening right now. Like, it takes a real strong-willed, a strong-minded person to see past criminal activity, to what see past somebody's past. Actually, really, because she can't see past this man's past. She's holding this man's past still. This man has gone to be with the Lord, and she's still holding this man's past up in his face. That is some stupid shit right there. That's some stupid shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be listen. I'm sorry to be out of character right now, but I really feel like that's some stupid shit. Screw your head on, unscrew your head and screw it back on right, because I think it's screwed on wrong. I think your asshole backwards. Seriously. In the same sentence, you say you don't support this police officer doing what he did, but you also don't support George Floyd. What side are you on? Where are you then? Where do you stand? Do you have a stance? That's the bigger question. Do you have a stance, or do you just want to be heard? Are you just talking to hear yourself speak? Because that's what it sounds like to me, Miss Owens. It sounds like to me you don't even stand on your own solid ground. You don't even, I mean, what the hell? I don't get it. What point were you making when you said some stupid ass shit like this? And then when you sum it up like this. Well, Being a conservative, oh, okay, I see. I see. You don't have to even say no more right there. Being a conservative, you low down, dirty ass, low profile ass, sneak ass bitch, you fucking low profile ass white supremacist. That's what the fuck you are. You don't know what kind of, you don't know what race you are. You don't know what skin you're in, really. That's why the racists love you. They love you because you're ignorant, you're stupid, and you agree with the most dumbest, ignorantest, preposterous shit. I don't understand. Like, why? Why? Somebody in her family that's older, please ask this lady, ask your family member, this Candice Owens, whoever she's fucking related to, ask her what the fuck is she talking about? What is she talking about? At the end of the day, I don't see no point she was making. I don't see, I mean, what the fuck? Who you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress at the end of the day? You trying to impress your followers, your KKK followers, because that's the only people that's following your stupid ass. And at the end of the day, they don't like you, bitch. You're black. No matter how much you don't know it or you don't see it, you're black, and they still don't fucking like you. So what are you doing? Because if push comes to shove, they're going to hang your ass up there just like they're going to hang the rest of the motherfuckers they don't like. But we're not us, because we're the people that's not standing for that bullshit no more. We're not our ancestors. We will fuck you up. I'm sorry. We will fuck you up. You're not going to get away with that shit this day and age. We will fuck you up. That's why you internet thugs stay behind the internet and you say these N words and you call us these racist slurs and you laugh at shit like it's funny and you make fun of shit like it's funny, mocking what happened to this man. But you know you better stay your motherfucking ass behind that screen. You know you better not say that shit in our face. You know you better not fix your lips. It better not even look like you saying anything that starts with an N, bitch. Not while you're in our face. I'm sorry, but I have to go there because I'm so sick of seeing this shit. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. Don't even fix your lips like you saying. You better not even say no. But you better not even look like an N's coming up out your mouth. Seriously. Because we ain't standing for that shit no more. Like I said, you better be lucky that we are fighting for equality and not for vengeance on you motherfuckers. Because if we was, it'd be a whole different ball game. If we was, you really have to get the United States Army outside right now. You really have to put us on martial law. Because we wouldn't be giving no fucks. It's like you didn't give no fucks when you had our ancestors enslaved, when you beat our ancestors, when you stole our ancestors' ideas, when you made our ancestors clean your motherfucking toilets, while you made our ancestors neglect their children to take care of your children. See, I haven't said nothing about that because I feel like everybody deserves to be forgiven because I'm a forgiving person, because I'm a God-fearing woman. But when you throw that shit in our face, like this is what we were supposed to be, this is how things were supposed to be, you got me fucked up. That's what you got me. And I am not my ancestor. I will fuck you up. She's doing Donald Trump's side, holding his little thing between his legs, and whose side she's on, and really sad, right? Let me see. Is she running for office, this Owens lady, because she needs to be smacked too? No, she is not. She's not running for office. I hope to God she's not. I have an aunt that's 104 years old. Know what she said to me today? In 104 years, nothing's changed. It made me cry because I know how much pain and suffering she had to go through. And that's right. One feel it's adequate, then they can pray for him. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who don't feel like they deserve prayer. They don't feel like they deserve anything less than an ass kicking and a good cussing out and a good fucking, you know, fuck you, but at the end of the day, like I said, I'm a God-fearing woman and I feel like people deserve forgiveness at the end of the day, but to each their own, because it really has affected some people in ways that People don't even realize that they've been affected by this shit. It really does. Says the N word all the time because I lean more that way. Now, what? I don't get that, but okay. I just don't understand. Like, and then people want to say that shit like it's supposed to hurt us. Are you serious? That shit don't hurt us. It's gonna hurt your ass if we hear you saying it in our face. It's gonna hurt you. That's what it is gonna do. But yeah, y'all, I just got on here to vent a little bit because that just made me upset when I watched that video. That made me really upset. To throw into the tank as simply a sweetheart, we need queens like you in the movement. Hopefully you have a king that's going to help you focus that energy into movement and enact change. Yes, you know what? Everyone around me, they really agree. They agree. You know, we have time. We have things where we don't agree on, but we're not gonna sit over here and say that we don't agree with wearing shirts with this guy's name on it or his face on it because he was a criminal. We're not gonna say that. That's what this Candice Owens lady is saying. Uh, now, stop caring about folks who are mean. Oh, okay. Oh, don't go, please stay. You are going to do another one later on today. Yeah, I'm gonna be back later on today. I have to go check on my nephews. They're both here. They're both inside the front living room playing the game, and I'm back here getting a little too excited. And I gotta go take them to the store real quick so they can get them some snacks and stuff. But I'm gonna be back. I just wanted to get on here and share my opinion about this, and tell people how I feel, because it's gotta stop somewhere. We gotta draw the line somewhere, y'all. We gotta band together and we gotta stop this shit, We gotta stand together. We have to. Like, this shouldn't be all about beefing on these YouTube streets. It shouldn't be all about, you know, just getting into one another, dragging each other down through the mud, through the dirt. It shouldn't be about the roast and the gag all the time. Sometimes we need to stand together and get our messages across as one, even on these social media platforms. We need to use these social media platforms to get our word across too, because believe it or not, it's a lot of people, more people paying attention to these social media platforms than they are to the reality, what's going on around them outside. This is how they get their news. This is how they get their information online. A lot of people, they don't even know what it is to go out and get the newspaper anymore. They get online to go get their news. They don't know how it is to, find out what's going on by looking up and seeing what's going on right in your face. They want to read about it. They want to hear about it. So we're going to give them something to hear about. We're going to tell them what's going on, since maybe if you missed it, just in case you missed it, let me let you know. Let me tell you what's going on. You know, yes, united we stand. That's right. Candice Owens is just a Fox News right wing propagandist. She's not a politician or relevant or bright enough to run for office. She sure the hell ain't. Sweetheart has ladies of loyalty by her side. We are the new movement. That's right, Crystal. That's right. Shout out to ladies of loyalty. Y'all look them up. They're a really great, great, great group of women, and they can sing. They sing really good. Very powerful voices. Very gifted women. And you all, I want you all to have a great, great, blessed day. And, take care of each other and stand up for each other. If you see something like this happening in your face, don't just record it. Stand up and do something about it while we have a chance to do something about it. Candice Owens made a career of bashing Black people for Republicans and used to be a regular on Fox News. Wow. Candice Owens needs to go sit down somewhere and think about her life, because it's really not what it's cracked up to be. This lady, I bet you when she sleeps at night, she don't sleep well. All the shit she's saying. And if she don't, she won't. When you come on, I'm going to bring my family with me for you. Be safe and love you always, guys. Always love you guys. Always. You too, Crystal. And the portal, thank you for coming. Carla, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. Thank you, Ness No Mess, for sharing me out. Thank you, Lovely Love, for sharing me out. I thank y'all so much. And I will be back later on to go ahead and give the part 2 of this. I'm going to go ahead and read a little. Thank you, Yoga with Mo. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit more up on this, and then I'm going to come back with some more. And Money Team, thank you also. I'm sorry, I'm looking through the people to make sure I don't miss anybody. Thank y'all so much. Bench Thinker, hello. Green Fam, hello. Thank you so much. Sexy Too Much, I thank you. I thank y'all for sticking in here with me and listening to me vent. You have a blessed day. I enjoyed your chat, but you're going to quit making me get up out of my seat. You're welcome, love. Oh, thank you so much, Carla. She got to deal with that for the rest of her life. Crazy. That's right. And you know what? I hope she does too, because the Black community is probably tearing her to shreds right now for that shit. Like, I don't understand how you could sit there and let that come out of your mouth, being of this community, being that one of your brothers in Christ has passed on because of cop brutality, and you're sitting over here thinking that it's okay because this guy was a criminal and had a criminal past. Please. What you did not, you neglected to mention that for 5 years after that crime that he committed, he hadn't done anything. For 5 whole years, he had turned over a new leaf. Let me not get started again, y'all. I gotta go check on him. But thank you so much for visiting me. Thank you for coming by and giving me the likes, and I appreciate it so much for y'all support, and I love you guys. And just like I said, make today a prosperous, productive day, and God bless you all, and y'all have a great day. And I'm gonna be back later. I really am. I'm gonna be back later for part 2. I'm talking about the 17-year-old Black girl who recorded the Floyd murder. Oh yeah, yeah. It was not just her. It was a couple of people who was recording out there. And I feel like if one of them would have just, I don't give a damn if they would have started turned on me. If one of them would have just bone rushed that guy off of him, he would have had enough air to swoop back up to, take another breath or something. I just feel like the should have and the could have and the would have's come out after this kind of stuff like this happened. You know. But yeah, y'all, I'm trying to get me a green screen and stuff so I can come on camera and stuff. I have a little makeshift one, but not really. It's not really up to par, so I can come out and just do what I really want to do on here and stuff like that. Much love to you, Simply. And much love to you too, the portal, YouTube, and so-called people of power are trying to come after my brother Kip. He put a couple of videos up and they took them down. Turban, he's not talking about COVID-19. Really? I know those people. I don't know. I don't know. They pick and choose who videos they leave up and stuff like that. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. Keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to stop you, but you got to keep on doing it. Keep going with the flow. But like I said again, y'all, I thank y'all so much for coming. I'm going to be back, and thank you so much for sticking in there with me. I'm going to go ahead and check on him right now. Y'all have a great day, and God bless, and I'll be back, okay? So make sure you ring that bell so you'll know when I come back later on tonight. All righty then. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Love y'all. Mwah.